Hello, everybody, and welcome along to A Land Down Under. Of course, Formula One gets underway for its 2026 racing season in Albert Park in Melbourne just next week. But the focus here in the sim racing world has been Mount Panorama in Bathurst in New South Wales in Australia. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Racer Nexus Broadcast Network, and you join Alex Goldschmidt up here in the Racer Nexus broadcast booth overlooking the start-finish straight. Joining me, instead of Chris Murphy, who we've decided to give the day off, Adam Glatfelter joins me for this penultimate round. Adam, glad to have you alongside me here in the booth. Quite funny, I did say before we went live here on Racer Nexus that, well, it seems like for you and me working together, lightning clearly has struck twice.
Yeah, you better believe it. I mean, did a commentary last night together on an oval side. Now we're here in the road side doing the same thing.
Yes, indeed. So we are at the penultimate round of the 12-week calendar. It is going to go down to the wire, believe you me, folks, because we have a fantastic circuit in prospect. Opened back in 1938, the 17th of March to be more precise. Mount Panorama, also known as Bathurst, not Bathurst, because the Aussies will quickly correct you on that. Measures just 3.861 miles, 6.213 kilometers, 23 turns. It runs counterclockwise, 11 turns to the left, 12 to the right. And this circuit has been in use in its current variation since 1987. When it's not used as a track, it's also used as a public road because there are people that actually have residences here at the circuit. So you can drive up this, but it's like a 50, I think it's like a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, and there are speed cameras. So if you do get caught speeding, well, unless it's a registered track day, then there you go. But this is the penultimate round of the series. Next week, we head to Road America in the first week of March. But before we head trackside, before the 45-minute race, let's give you an update of the scores so far. Well, it's going to be between the top three in the respective categories that will go down to the wire, hopefully next week at Road America. Brian Lemke leads on 170 points in the Going Pros, 17 points ahead of the man who's challenging him, Michael Brock. And good to see his wife Jen, and I'm sure that Jason, his son, is watching back at home. And good to see you're in there, Jen, already, quickly in there in the chat. Brian Zinn has a mathematical chance, 34 points to still be within the title push heading into next week. Kyle Mavis leads the mid-pack Larrys. Dan Corrido, 14 points adrift. And Ryan Ryder covers your top three in the mid-pack Larrys by 23 points. 45-minute race. Fuel limitations will be in full de rigueur, so to speak, at this circuit, so everyone will have to take a mandatory pit stop. More to the point, Mount Panorama, it needs no introduction. It is the starting point of the Repco Australia Supercar Championship, the home of the Liqui Moly Bathurst 12 Hours, the iRacing Bathurst 12 Hours on the special events calendar, and of course the Bathurst 1000. We've got a really, really good title battle, a dynamic one that's been going here and there over the course of the past 10 weeks. And here on week 11, Adam, it really means that it's put up or shut up because qualifying has just completed and Michael Brock has just put it on overall pole position. Kyle Mavis has done exactly the same, P6 in the number 64 Liquid Death Mustang. We really have a fight on our hands here tonight.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I'm very happy to see Michael Brock up at the top, representing. And Brian Lemke, you know, he's always up there. He's really, really fast, but only about a tenth behind.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's been nicknamed Mr. Consistency, has Brian Lemke. And when you look at it, Kyle Mavis so far this season, 3 wins, 5 podiums, 8 top 5s. Dan Corrido, 3 wins, 6 podiums, 7 top 5s. Ryan Ryder, 0 wins, 5 podiums and 5 top 5s. You look at the stats between Lemke, Brock and Zinn, it's 3 wins for Lemke, 4 wins for Brock. Zinn hasn't had a win at all this series. 8 podiums and 8 top 5s for Brian Lemke. 5 podiums and 6 top 5s for Michael Brock, 4 podiums and 6 top 5s. But qualifying has concluded. We have got a few new names joining us here for this penultimate round of the series as we hit the tail end of the season, and we are looking like we're going to have probably the best part of about 28 cars. 21 have set a lap time, as very shortly, well, the last couple of laps, Rob Phelan and Harrison Mealy still showing out on track. Harrison Mealy has aborted his last qualifying lap, and for those wondering, the green numbers indicate the going pros and the white numbers indicate your mid-pack Larrys. So it is pretty much qualifying is done and dusted, and good to see the Lego Speed Champions Mustang having come back. Good to see Rob Phelan. He wasn't with us this time last week when we headed to Laguna Seca, and really that was a free-for-all a little bit. Michael Brock was leading, and then the pit stop unfortunately became his main difficult opponent, let's say. But we're getting ready, and everyone is starting to grid up ahead of the traditional 2x2 rolling start. So I think really, Adam, it's time for us to head through this very, very strong grid. 27 cars with a host of manufacturers represented: Ford, BMW, Aston Martin, and Porsche, making the big brunt of the field here at Mount Panorama. It's really, really exciting. 23 corners. It's going to be tight from turn 3 onwards up towards Forest Elbow, and then we've got a big old run as they're down at the bottom of Conrod Straight. This is going to be exciting.
No doubt about it, man. You can see these guys getting lined up. I know they're excited. 45 minutes. Whew, that's a challenge here at Bathurst.
Well, without further ado, as everyone starts to ready up, we're going to, once we get rolling, we will take you through the 27-strong grid that is going to take to the mountain. There's Brian Lemke and Michael Brock, and Jen, his wife, says Michael Brock is sim racing instead of fixing the damn wood pellets, though, so he better win, and he better win was in caps. And then Kryptonite, reference the pit stops. We hear you, Jen, we hear you. But it's great to see so many cars on this grid. It's Mustang versus M4 on the front row of the grid, and I think really without further ado, we are still waiting for a couple more drivers to ready up. Morgan Smith, Keon Majuro, who's been running in the ASRL, that's also been in the multi-class divisions, running in the GT3s, and he's currently leading that series. Morgan Smith has just popped onto the grid starting P11. We're waiting for the likes of Zach Peterson, Uwe Hale and David Messler at the back end of the field. It's been a difficult one for Uwe Hale in the second half of this series, but each of the drivers have 4 drop scores to contend with. We won't really decide who the champions will be until we head to Road America, but it's going to be down to the wire. Maybe one, it's going to be mano y mano, as they say. But let's take you through the starting grid for week 11. It's going to be Michael Brock in the Mustang on pole position, BMW M4 of Brian Lemke, the series leader in the going pros alongside. Then it's going to be Brian Zinn and Roman Bykov on row number 2. Row 3 is going to be Joshua Soto and Kyle Mavis. Row 4 is going to be Jesse Meyer and Joseph Mayer. Row 5 completing the top 10 will be Thomas Lathrop and Kevin Zhu. Morgan Smith and Anthony Branco will be rounding out the 6th row. 7th row, Keon Majuro, Matt Schlosser, Ryan Ryder, Oz Esquilu, Rob Phelan. I'm going to have to get through this grid quickly because we're coming through Murray's Corner. This is corner number 23. We are going to now go very shortly to green. Green flag in the air, and Michael Brock gets the launch that he needs as they power up the hill. They're 3 wide towards the back part of the top 10. Michael Brock takes the advantage into Hell Corner. Gets a full car length in front of Brian Lemke. Joshua Soto, who has been for previous rounds in the Porsche when it came in GT4, he's now switched to the BMW M4, and he is absolutely he's bump drafting Brian Zinn in that wonderfully technicolored BMW. But Roman Bykov is looking very dangerously to the inside here at Quarry Bend at turn 2. Looks to dive to the inside in the Aston Martin. It's going to be 2x2, and now they're going to head to the cutting. Zinn's going to have the inside line here. Bykov slots in behind. And if anyone might remember, a couple of years ago, Sheldon van der Linde's big incident at the sharp end of how things are going. And, well, more to the point, it is just the case of how they can get through. Now through into replay.